Welcome back. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to some Ark goodness. All right, folks, you saw it as well as me. Community Crunch number 401 today came out, and it's called Introducing Bob's Tall Tales, starring Carl Urban and Aluli Cravalho. I just butchered that, but I can't even begin to figure out how to pronounce that. But anyway, so this is what we're greeted with today on the Community Crunch number 401. I'm just going to start by saying I have no clue how to take this. I mean, I really do not have any clue how to take this. I mean, we knew that we were going to get an expansion pack with the release of Scorched Earth that was supposed to be Western themed. So, we knew it was coming with some locomotives and some Western themed garb. And the Oasisaur back here in the background, we know that that's, obviously the Scorched Earth part. And then we see our Velanosaurs coming back. We love those. Deinonychus. Oh, I love those things. I cannot wait to get my hands on those again. I don't know where that's supposed to be fitting in with this, but this is just really crazy. I mean, I don't know how to take this because this is just something else, man. There's a lot to unpack here, and we'll get into that here in just a minute. But let's look at what they say with this, because I mean, obviously we've got to read what they're saying before we throw too much opinion and judgment around here. It says, gather around the campfire, survivors. Everyone who's played has a story about the first Bob they encountered on an Ark. Now the legendary Ark veteran Bob, voiced by Carl Urban, is ready to share his incredibly true adventures with you for the first time. Nothing can prepare you for the wonder and the two-fisted action of Bob's tall tales. Yeah, okay. Piece together Bob's larger-than-life Arks saga by recovering his animated explorer notes. You'll feel like you were right there with Bob from the beginning as he describes his pivotal role in Ark's history to young Mika, voiced by Aluli Cravalho. We're planning to release the first animated Explorer notes on March 31st. Pending certification, we'll keep you updated. So, okay, we're going to get some animated Explorer notes that tell a different story, that tell a little different bit of lore. How does Bob fit into this whole thing, and how he's, obviously talking about his larger-than-life Ark saga, so he obviously thinks he's something in the Ark world. But what do we take away from this? What do we even make of this? I don't know. I guess we can see now where the studio's focus has been. Instead of fixing the game that they have released and making sure that it's running good for us so that we can actually play it, it's been all focused on this, probably, it looks like. I mean, don't get me wrong, the artwork is amazing. It looks great. I mean, I like the artwork I'm seeing here, but yeah, I mean, this must be where their focus has been. Because this is obviously the paid content, that we're going to be buying, because we know that this Scorched Earth expansion with the Oasisaur was going to be paid for content. While some people think that's pay to win, I don't really want to entertain that discussion, because I just don't. I mean, a studio's got to eat, developers got to eat. I don't mind supporting them with my cash as long as they'll keep some good content coming, because frankly, the game is almost dead as it is right now. It needs an infusion like stat before it completely dies. And this is the only thing that can do it, is more content, more maps. We're all so dead tired of the island. We've had our fill of that. We're done. Stick a fork in us. We're done with the island. Wildcard, do you hear me? We're done with the island. Give us Scorched Earth and this. Now that's a little confusing though. That is something I did want to allude to. It says we're planning to release the first animated Explorer notes, which was this whole thing they've just got through talking about, on March 31st, pending certification. So wasn't that when Scorched Earth was going to release at the end of the month? Notice that there's no mention of Scorched Earth whatsoever in here. I mean, obviously we look at this and we can tell this part of it's Scorched Earth, and we know that this Oasis and the locomotives and the western wear were supposed to be Scorched Earth. So yeah, that's the thing, but does that mean this comes with Scorched Earth, or are they going to drop this first somehow and we continue to play on the island while looking for these Bob notes? Cutscenes? Movies? Who knows? Maybe it's going to be like Helena was on the Extinction with all the little cutscenes and movies and side tales. I don't know. But that's very interesting. That's pretty much it for the community crunch that I want to cover. There's other stuff like live ops updates, community content, Arkathon modding contests, whatever. I don't really care about that. I don't want to talk about that. I want to talk about them helping the base game survive, because I play on official servers and we need something, or our servers are dying. I'm just telling you, they're dying. I've lost players so far, and I know, that the game is just not holding their interest and they're just leaving. And this is what's needed, is stuff like this. So let's look at this image a little bit better now. This is an interesting little slap together montage here. This is obviously the Scorched Earth part right here in the middle. You got your little Jeroboam, and we knew that the Western stuff was coming with Scorched. The cowboy theme, the trains, the Oasis, or we knew that was Scorched, okay? But then you got these other themes here as well. Now, when we look at this right here, we recognize this as Genesis. An aberration. I meant to say, I'm sorry, I spoke incorrectly. Aberration is what this reminds us of. It also kind of has a little bit of Genesis looking stuff in it as well, so I'm not really sure, but I'm going to go with aberration on this, even though we have this lunar stuff looking here. I don't know. It's a little confusing, but in that area, we see this steampunk looking stuff. You got this steampunk looking blimp thing, Zeppelin, with a dude driving it. Looks like a one-person vehicle. It's kind of neat. If it goes fast, that would be cool. It's slow. I doubt I'll have any use for it, but it's neat looking. The steampunk theme, you can see his little steampunk glasses and hat and telescope or whatever it is he's got, tool. That's pretty interesting. So if aberration is going with a steampunk theme, okay, I'm interested. I like that. This Dionycus looks like it has some little steampunk stuff going on. I don't know. I don't know if that's supposed to be tied to the Scorched Earth or the aberration or whatever, I don't know. This looks like Extinction over here. Obviously, you can see the dome around the city around the obelisk and the ruined city, and it just looks like Extinction. Now, this obviously looks to have sort of a Mad Max looking theme. That's very interesting. When I was growing up, oh my God, we were so crazy over Mad Max. Mad Max was the thing whenever I was a kid. We all thought we were Mad Max and we were going to go live in the deserts of Australia. Yeah, that was good times. That was hilarious. But there's some new weapons here he's got in his hand, and these look kind of extinction-y, and this mask is, and his hairdo and his war paint and stuff. This is definitely a Mad Max vibe. Got this vehicle here. After the vehicle that we suffered with, last time in Ark. I don't know how this is going to go. Hopefully they learned their lesson from that ATV thing we had before that nobody ever used because it was a piece of crap. Hopefully they learned their lesson with this one and make it more viable, make it cool and usable and fast, you know. Not such a joke like the other one was. But anyway, this is just, you know, what's looking like. It looks like maybe they're choosing themes for the maps for their adventure packs possibly. This is possibly going to be like a Mad Max pack, and this is possibly going to be a steampunk pack. Those are good themes. I'm okay with that. I'm interested. You know, I can be interested in this stuff for sure. It's just going to be interesting to see how they actually integrate it all. If they do it right, it could be cool. If they do like Wildcard and Arkall and Snail always do, though, it may be so broke that we can't play it. I don't know. But it's just going to be interesting to see how this plays out. Like I said, this was really the only thing I wanted to talk about in the Community Crunch 401. If you want to see anything else like the fan art and all that other stuff, you can go look at that yourself. I don't really want to spend time talking about that. While it's great that people have those skills, it's just not interesting to me. The animated series, I really don't care about that because that's just going to end up being a bunch of woke nonsense that's trying to push an agenda down your throat with a bunch of gay relationships and crap I just don't want to see. So I'm not really interested in that either. But this is interesting. We'll see how this works out. So thanks a lot for being around and watching my content. Thanks for being in the community and giving me your time. I appreciate that. I want to tell you I appreciate you and I appreciate your time. Thanks for being here. I'll talk at you later with the next ARK video.